The Minnesota Vikings enter the 2019 offseason with little cap space to spend on free agents. That doesn't mean general manager Rick Spielman won't be active in free agency, though. The Vikings currently have around $5 million in cap space per over the cap. Of course, cap room is always fluid, as teams are constantly churning the bottom of rosters, trying to create any moves that could benefit them. Minnesota will undoubtedly release a few veterans this offseason in an attempt to create more cap space. Candidates to be released include Andrew Sendejo, Mike Remmers, Kyle Rudolph, Everson Griffin and Linval Joseph. The Vikings have also been rumored to have interest in trading Trey Waynes and Xavier Rhodes. Even Griffin was recently linked to such rumors. Any of these moves would open up significant cap space. With such little room to maneuver around, the Vikings will need to spend their money wisely this offseason. Targeting bargain free agents will only help in their effort to return to an NFC Championship game, as they did 2 years ago with Case Keenum at the helm. That said, Minnesota will need to have a buyer beware approach. Many free agents are overcompensated for past production, and signing players on a buy-low basis usually involves a big risk. For the Vikings, finding a balance between these types of players will be crucial in 2019 NFL free agency. Deciding which players are good fits for their system could lead to being outbid by other teams. Finding the right fit in each player's skill set can be difficult when it comes to matching their price. For example, some free agents may have underwhelming stats but still manage to make a huge impact on the game. This is what allows some free agents to fly under the radar and become bargains. Any of the following 3 unrestricted free agents would have a significant impact for Minnesota at a bargain price. With that said, here are 3 potential bargains the Minnesota Vikings should target in 2019 NFL free agency. Next, a new no. 3 receiver page 2 JACKSONVILLE, FL, September 30th, Dante Moncrief. Photo by Scott Halloran, Getty Images. Dante Moncrief has had an interesting career thus far. Drafted in the 3rd round in 2014 by the Indianapolis Colts, Moncrief sailed off to the Jacksonville Jaguars on a 1-year deal last offseason after 4 seasons in Indy. Although he's been injury-prone for much of his career, Moncrief's athleticism and red zone prowess offers tremendous upside for a team looking for depth at the receiver position. More from NFL Spin Zone. In his 5 years as a pro, Moncrief has 200 receptions for 2,543 yards and 21 touchdowns. At 6'2" and 220 pounds, he ran a 4.40 second 40-yard dash at the NFL Combine. He's easily one of the most underrated deep threats in the game today. Still just 25 years old, Moncrief could be a bargain signing for a team willing to take a risk on his past injury concerns. The Minnesota Vikings are still looking for a number 3 receiver to fill in next to Stephon Diggs and Adam Thielen. Former 2015 first-rounder Laquan Treadwell has proven he's not up to the task. An early season free agent acquisition Aldrick Robinson didn't do much as a prescription for the pain either. 2 candidates who could fill in as the number 3 receiver who are currently on the roster include Chad Beebe and Brendan Dilstra. Neither have extensive experience, though. The Vikings could strike 2- or 3-year deal with Moncrief for somewhere around $6 minus $8 million average per year, providing a bona fide deep threat for quarterback Kirk Cousins. Next, an answer at guard. Page 3. Use your arrows to browse East Rutherford, NJ, August 11th, AJ. Photo by Rich Schultz, Getty Images. If you watched any Minnesota Vikings games or highlights last season, you probably noticed the lackluster play from the offensive line. At times, it was nearly unbearable to watch, as Kirk Cousins was constantly running for his life and Minnesota's running backs could hardly leave the backfield before absorbing contact from the interior. Because of this, right guard Mike Remmers looks like a likely candidate to be released as a cap casualty. The Vikings would save nearly $6 million in cap space this season by doing so, which is around the amount of money it would take to sign free agent right guard A.J. Cann. Drafted in the third round in 2015 by the Jacksonville Jaguars, Cann has been a staple along their offensive line for 4 seasons. Although he doesn't excel in any one area, Cann is a reliable right guard who can hold his own when tasked with blocking in one-on-one situations. He has 59 starts over his 4 years. Cann is expected to command anywhere from $4–6 million per season. The Vikings have tried to get the offensive line right for far too long, so Cann could finally provide an answer at a bargain price. At 27 years old, he offers plenty of experience for the right price. Next, a replacement for Anthony Barr. Use your arrows to browse.